Hello, fellow dorks, and welcome to episode 2 of Expedition to Skull Island. In our first episode, we actually made it to Skull Island with not much ado, and we were able to make a little bit of progress onto the island itself. I still don't really quite know what to do in regards to movement, so I'm just going to keep pushing ahead and moving up to 4 hexes, regardless if I'm allowed to or not. So let's just get this thing going. Let's move us to the map, and we will see where we are. We haven't made too much progress now. I shouldn't get too ahead of myself, but here we are. We're currently right here where a little pirate flag is, where I'm kind of hitting the fire there. It looks like our longboats are on fire. They're not. That's our campfire. So in the last episode, we pulled our longboats on shore. We found some pretty good food resources right down here. And we were just kind of camped out. We were unable to fortify our camp, so I think that's how we're going to start our morning. As you can see right now, we get three daytime shifts, and then we have a nighttime shift. So for the daytime, I think my plan for today, I think I'm going to try to make a hard push for Skull Rock. I was thinking about this in the couple days off I wasn't playing, and ideally, we want to explore a good bit of the island, but right now we have provisions, we have supplies, we have all of our ammo. I feel like I want to make a hard push for Skull Rock while things are going in our favor. I don't know if on the island we will find like certain items that will help us in combat and stuff right now, but right now we have numbers on our side. I guess. I don't know. I've never played this game. So I'm going to assume that because we have numbers on our side, we're going to be able to like help with combat a little bit. So maybe we can't shoot guns without ammo, which kind of makes sense. That's how they work. But I don't know if we're going to be finding like a lot of weapons and stuff on the island. So I want to do a hard push, hit Skull Rock. We are going to fight some big monstrosity up there. And then gain those points. We do want to win a bunch of points for this game. And if we don't go to Skull Rock, we lose 30 points. So we don't want that. And then after that, and depending on how well we do with that, I will start exploring on our way back to the ship. And then we still have to get on our ship and make it back to Tortuga and hopefully not fighting a Kraken along the way. So that's my hope right now. So I want to fortify my camp so we can get back to camp when we need to. And probably start exploring these cliffs just to see how that works. I don't really... the cliffs are a little bit more deadly and dangerous and a little bit less straightforward than some of the beaches or the forests where we can get kind of turned around or blocked or we have to hit caves. So I don't know. I have no idea what's in store for us. So let's find out. So for our morning shift, let's go back to our the book here. And for the morning... we are going to find the page for what we are allowed to do during the day. Whoa. Let's see here. Let's go to shifts. Here we go. So for daytime shifts, we are going to want to fortify our camp. You can attempt a soldier check to fortify your camp. And what that does, it just gives us a safer place to stay at night, and it protects us against wandering encounters. It seems like a good thing to do. We have the supplies. So what we need to do for the morning, we're going to wake up. We realize, okay, we were lucky last night. Nothing attacked us. And we get to fortifying our camp. So you can attempt a soldier check. So who of our soldiers is going to be in charge of fortifying our camp? Let's go with Finnegan Redlocks. Finnegan Redlocks, he's obviously from Ireland, and he's going to help us. He's going to get us into line here and tell us how to fortify our camp. So, Finnegan Redlocks, why don't you fortify the camp for us? And let's see what we've got. So this is a check to make a skill check, which this is a soldier check. You can see that old Finny has the soldier skill, which will give him a +2 to the roll. You need the result of a dice roll to be a 5 or a 6 to be a success. That is the modified result because we are going to roll the dice and then add a +2 to it because we are a soldier. We have advantage on the check. So let's get going. Let's see how if Finnegan whips us into shape here. So we want a 3 or above on this check. And here, oh, I'm accidentally rolling 2 dice. Don't want that. Come on, just one. Settle down. And, oh, Finnegan, he scares us with that Irish brogue. We have just fortified our camp. I don't really have, so I should change our icon to look something like a fortress, but man, it takes me forever to find emojis to put up here. So our camp's fortified. Hopefully I remember that. I'll remember that. All right, so that was our morning. We fortify our camp. We're feeling good. We've got a lot of food. We have 315 food. I say let's just head into these cliffs and see how it turns out for us. So we are headed straight northeast, and we're going to make our way into these cliffs. Now let's check out the, there is some, cliffs work a little bit differently, as we can see right here. Oh, here we go. It's quite a bit differently. Cliffs are difficult to traverse. You must always end your movement when you enter a cliff hex, even if you've normally been able to move multiple hexes. Okay, so maybe this is, answers my question where I was confused last episode. So this, it looks like this is just, this is our oh boy. Midday, all we can do is hit these cliffs. Wow. So maybe I'm going to explore these cliffs and then go back into camp, because I don't want to, I feel like we want to explore, find a path into Skull Rock, hit it in one day and try to come back. So let's try to find a way up there, but maybe not hit it in this one go. So this may be clearing up a little bit my confusion I had earlier, because this is saying right here, even if you'd normally be able to move multiple hexes. So maybe that means at night, we also can't move it through it as well. So you cannot carry your longboats into cliff hexes. Okay, I realize that. So when you attempt to cross a hex side into or out of a cliff you haven't crossed before, roll a die and see if you can find your way. All right, so here we go. Let's roll a 1d6. Gosh darn it, I keep trying to roll 2 of them. I get excited. Here we go. And let's see what we've got here on the cliffs. We rolled a 4. That means, oh, the dice thing's upside down. I just saw that. Oh, well. Draw massive rocks between the 2 hexes. Travel in either directions requires spending an entire shift and 1 supply. My supply is already, my supply is already 6. That's not too great. But now that I know that, maybe I don't have to go into it. I'm aware that it is going to take a long time to go into this cliff area. I'm going to bring us back to the map so you can just have a better idea of like what is in front of me. So apparently it's pretty hard to get here into Skull Rock. So I'm currently here in the, I've got 3 screens, so I get a little confused sometimes which one to look at. We're currently here. This is where our camp is, and we're trying to forge ahead here. But we have these rocks right here where my little emoji is for my little hand. Or my cursor, I should say. And so this is barricaded by rocks. I'll probably draw those on here. Maybe I'll put like a couple like little circles or something like that, like an O. So I'll just do like, oh. Those are rocks, obviously. So there, we got some rocks blocking us there. So we know it's going to take a supply and an entire turn to break through that. I'm curious if that's worth it right now. And if I'd rather maybe for the rest of my day, so we decide not to do that. We kind of return back to camp and defeat. It's already midday. And maybe for evening, I go here into this forest, and you can move multiple hexes. Then when we hit this cliff, we're just looking for a way up to Skull Rock is all we're trying to do this day. So maybe we do return and defeat, saying, okay, we can't spend the supplies. And supplies can be anything. Supplies, I mean, it's obviously what we fortified our fort with, but it's also probably like pitons and rope and gear. So we just were a little concerned about being able to go that way. So we return a little bit in defeat by midday, just seeing the most direct route is kind of cut off from us. And let's try to go through the forest, and then we're going to hit the cliff. And then we know by night we can retreat back to our fortified base. So this is just going to be day 1. So let's continue reading, though, because I do see there is more that I didn't read. So cliffs are riddled with caves and have many dark, shadowy chimneys, crawls, and squeezes. When you explore a cliff's hex, before you roll for an encounter, you must decide whether you're going to expend a unit of lamp oil to do so. If you do, use the cliff encounter table, otherwise you use the darkness encounter table. Yeesh. If you have a combat encounter while in darkness, subtract 1 from all your skill checks. Gross. Instead of attacking, a crew member may attempt a hunter check. If they succeed, they may spend a point of lamp oil and remove this penalty for everyone in the duration for the combat. Okay, so we got some rocks. We decided not to do that. So I'm guessing we just didn't even go into the cliffs. We're like, okay, that stunk. We didn't even go there. So I'm going to guess we didn't even get the encounter. And so we go like, okay, change of plans. Let's hit these. Let's hit this forest. So let's get us back to the book and see what happens there as we try to make our way east into the forest. Oh, look at this. The book is looking like garbage. Let's open this up a little bit better for you guys. There we go. You're welcome. All right, so let's try the forest hex. There we go. Forest hex. Jungle, excuse me. We're in a jungle. How dare I call that a forest? This is a jungle. A totally different terrain type. All right, here we go. So, move into the jungle. So for night, our final shift. For the evening shift, we are doing the move by foot. We can move up to 4 hexes, but again, we'll see what happens when we hit this cliff. Jungle encounters. When you explore a jungle hex, roll a die. Okay, let's see. If we get a 1 through 3, it's just a regular encounter. 4, 5, 6 is a special encounter. This is our first regular encounter, so let's see what happens. Ooh, roll a wandering encounter. Oh, wait. No, we rolled a 1 through 3. Now we just see what our common encounter is. That is on this table here. So we will roll another d6 to roll on this table here. A 4. Okay. Whoa, crap. I'd probably take the wandering encounter of this. Warriors fire blowguns at you. 1 crew member is wounded, and you must fight 1d6 warriors. This is our first combat. Maybe they're protecting. Maybe the original inhabitants of this land are protecting whatever is up on Skull Rock, and they do not want us going any closer. They've been probably like following us or eyeing us and scouting us out and knowing what we are trying to do. Maybe they worship it as like a deity, or maybe they're just very in touch with nature and they want to preserve whatever this entity is. But nonetheless, we are fighting 1d6. Please roll low, Avery. Okay, 1. It's 1 dude with a really good blowgun, or really good aim. So he did hit one of our crew members, and what we do is we will roll randomly to see which crew member that he hits. So let's see if we can find that chart real quick. Here it is right here. We will roll 2d6. The topmost dice will be my 10 digits, or the first one, and then for the column, and then the second dice will, which is the lower one, will represent the row. So here we go. We're rolling 1, 2, and let's see what we got here. That's a 1 and a 3. So right here, this is the 1 is our first dice, and then we go look for the 3 column. So number 3, crew member number 3, Linda Lamplighter. I've talked about her before. She was almost our navigator. So she is wounded. What does that mean? I don't know. Maybe she gets a -2 to her attacks or something like that, to her rolls. But when we get her back to camp, I believe we can actually heal her back up. So Linda gets hit with the blow dart. And now we have our first combat. And let's see how this goes. Let's find combat. Here we go. Eek! Combat. Some situations will require your crew to fight off enemies. Yep. So their strength score is how many hits you need to inflict. So it's kind of like their HP in a way. Attack. What your foe does when it attacks. Often this will deal 1 or more wounds. Oh, crap. She's wounded. So I think it's not a status effect. I was thinking cursed. She's wounded. So she took a wound. So she is going to get one of these little dots here. Let's see if I line it up right. There we go. Good enough. So if you get 3 wounds, you die. So she has taken 1 wound. We don't like that. So that is what their attack does. Their defense says the skill that we need to check to do it. But we were going to be all 15 of us are going to start like going crazy on this guy, on this poor native aborigine or whoever this person is here, native to Skull Island. So the defense will just say what kind of check we need to make against them to hit them. Victory, when we win. Now, I'm quite sure enemies attack first. Let's see if I can find anything specifically that says that. Combat. Some enemies are defined by... Blah, 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 blah. Combat is managed by alternating turns between the enemy and the crew members. First, all enemy combatants perform their attacks. All right, well, they already got the good shot off with us with the blowgun, so I'm sure they've got another one coming up. So we are fighting a thing. I'll find it in the bestiary here, the bestiary. It is a... Oh, it's not a fishman. Pirate. It's not a ghost ship. That'd be weird. A warrior. I think here we go. So we're fighting this. We are fighting the warrior. They have a strength of 2, which means we get 2 hits on them, which isn't going to be too tough. Here is their attack. So... They hit us. Poor Linda Lamplighter kind of stumbles as the blow dart hits her like perfectly aimed right in the neck. Our entire crew turns and looks at them. Everybody quickly pulls out their guns, but they quickly reload their blow dart, I'm assuming, and it looks like they're going to attack again. So here we go. We are going to have them shoot again, I guess is what it is. They roll a 1d6, as we can see. Their attack is roll a 1d6. If I roll a 5 or 6, a crew member is wounded again. Yay, they miss. Maybe they're just so flustered just seeing my entire group turning on them. And they do get really flustered. I feel like I'm going to take this guy down pretty quick. I don't want to use any ammo yet. I'm a little too worried about that. So you can see that they have 2 different kind of defense slots. There's the soldier +1 plus ammunition, which means if you have the soldier, you get the +2 bonus to your attack. And if you spend a point of ammunition, you get a +1 to that. Otherwise, it's just a soldier check. And again, we're just trying to make skill checks. So anybody can make this check, but if they don't have the soldier skill, they do not get the +2 bonus. But we still need to roll a 5 or a 6. So I'm going to have a little bit of fun with this, and I'm going to say Linda Lamplighter is furious and just charges the dude. She falls back, and then after it misses, let's say he shoots the next one, and she just like catches it, and then throws it on the ground and charges the guy. And so she's going to charge trying to do the first hit, and she's the ambassador navigator, but she is out of Fs. And she is full on charging this person. So she is at a negative. I'm having a little bit of fun right now with the order of this, because mathematically I should win this round. But, so she needs to roll a 5 or a 6 for this. And she doesn't. She just goes and then all of a sudden, blah, like she's about to strike him. And all of a sudden the blow dart, like, she's like, blah, I feel a little woozy. And she like collapses right at his feet. So I'm going to go ahead and put us just in order so it'll be easier for me to track who's going. But I'm going to start from the... I'm going to start with the cook. The cook is blessed. And then I'm just going to go 7 through 15. And then if I need to, I'll wrap around back to 6. I'm just being a little weird with this and just having a little bit of fun. So let's start with the cook. He is blessed, so he gets a +2 to this roll. He has advantage because he's blessed. So we need the cook to roll a 3 or above. There are 2 ways to get advantage, and blessed is one of them, or to have the skill that is being required of them. So the cook, his name's Cook. And so, therefore, he's got his pots and pans like Samwise Gamgee. Just kind of runs towards the pots and pans. And we're going to say that this warrior here is just very deft on their feet and just can't get a good hit in. Beyond that, Eagle-Eyed Masters, who is not a scout, who is not a soldier, is going to try to get a hit. But he has some military training, we'll say. So he, woof, man. This warrior has earned their title of warrior. But beyond that, that puts us down to Sarah Cooper, who is an ambassador sailor. So she's got to get a 5 or a 6. Wow. So we're going to say what's happening is the initial onslaught just charges this person, and then they can kind of deftly dodge a few of it. Then they start running. And so we are chasing after them. Hacksaw Jones. That's a Hacksaw Jim Duggan joke for the one of you who gets that. It's chasing after, Hacksaw Jones is the doctor. That's awful. So he's probably got his hacksaw that he used to chop off limbs with. That's the first time I've noticed that name. Hacksaw Jones, probably chasing after with their saw. Jesus. So this is our first jungle encounter. We're not used to this terrain. So we're not doing too well. But then comes Finnegan Redlocks. And we know that Finnegan Redlocks has already kind of whipped us in this shape earlier. Still not firing their gun. But Finnegan Redlocks is going to try to circumnavigate and just kind of like try to gun butt him. Trying to cut this warrior off around the tree. And he doesn't. Apparently this warrior knew another way to go. I was about to say, I could make all these rolls at once, but some of them have the +2, some of them don't, so I wouldn't know which one to go with. Silent Sam, there's a new one as well, a Fisher Leader Scientist. So let's see what he does. He's always kind of a quiet type, but let's see how he acts in battle. Yeah, I had a feeling old Silent Sam would come through. No one even knew he was... People forget about Silent Sam, but sure enough, like, it was like, we've lost him! Says Finnegan Redlocks, all of a sudden losing their Irish rogue. But then Silent Sam, just like the dude's running around a tree and silently just clotheslines him, and the warrior falls back. While Looney Larson, the athlete psychic soldier, he probably took some head trauma in some war that I wouldn't remember what that war would have been in this time period. But he's got probably some PTSD he's working through, old Looney Larson. But seeing that the warriors knocked back on their back, he goes in for that is a 4, goes in for the kill, but then all of a sudden, like, his psychic powers, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe they have this moment, they're like, they lock eyes, and he just gets this idea that maybe it's best that they're not here, is his premonition. But it doesn't matter, because here comes Barnacle Billy, who's already helped us out before, but man, doesn't do it. Mama Snake Eyes, here we go. Trying to follow suit here. Woo! This is pathetic. I'm rolling like I typically roll. Now we're up to Captain Carver. Captain Carver is not a scientist, but has probably seen some war, and no, he's not running. He's like, sure enough, my crew can do this. So he didn't even run to begin with. Woo, boy, this is getting bad. Hook Hank, let's do this. Jesus, Crimenesis. I'm rethinking my crew. Linda Lampladder's on her butt. We are about to do a full... Oh, Hook Hank actually... I rolled a 3... Hook Hank is blessed. And so he got a +2 to the roll. So what... Barnacle Billy actually made that roll as well. I forgot that they were blessed and did get the +2 to it. Oh, but they were already a soldier. They don't double. So I think we found out why it's called Hook Hank. So again, the warrior gets up, and then you'd think it'd be hooked like a fishing hook, but he's known for his hook, his uppercut hook, and just knocks the dude's teeth out. So that took a while. That took much longer than it should have. Thank God it wasn't more of them. I would have used ammunition by this point. But nonetheless, the warrior is defeated. Roll a d6. On a 5 or above, I do get a trinket. Of course I don't get one. So we take out this, like, warrior, who, again, is probably just protecting their land. But that wasn't the best showing. We took 1 wound in the initial onslaught of it, but okay, that was our jungle encounter. Now I'm really second-guessing fighting this thing, but nonetheless, that was, we went into the cliffs. That wasn't too fun. Now we're going into the cliffs, excuse me. We're just in the jungle, now we're moving into the cliff. So let us check out the cliff encounter. Cliffs, here we go. Let's roll the 1d6. Let's see if I can even cross into this thing. Please don't be a 4. Thank you. Draw a cave passage between the 2 hexes. Travel in either direction requires spending an entire shift and a lamp oil. So honestly, it's not much better than the other route. But now I know. So let's go back to our map and let's update what's going with our map. So I'm going to, like, kind of turn around defeat. That was maybe not defeat, but it wasn't a great day. But we did find some ways. I have 12 lamp oil and 6 supplies. But when I break camp, I do get 3 supplies back. So again, let's update the map and see how we're looking here. Again, not the best of showings here. So let's see how we're going to update this. We'll do this, and I'm just going to draw like that. This is going to represent the cave. That you have to go through a cave to go between that hex into this hex. That means it's a cave. These are the rocks. This costs us a supply and an entire shift. This costs us a lamp oil and An entire shift. Yeebers. I don't like that. So we do. It is nighttime. Whoopsies. It is nighttime. I'm going to grab our little pirate flag, move us back to where everything looks like it's a mess. So in the nighttime, we are allowed to go back 4 spaces through explored hexes. So we make our way back to camp, and then we are going to have our night shifts. So nighttime shifts, you can see right here. Okay, that is driving me crazy that 5 is upside down. I'm going to spin this around because it's silly that I did this. Whee! Yep. There we go. Now we don't have to look up the upside down 5. Okay, and I'll need to do that on the other page, I'm sure, as well. Okay, so nighttime. As you can see right here, their nighttime shift, your crew members must rest. They can travel through up to 4 already explored hexes. And then so we go back. We all eat a food, so we are all alive. So that puts us down to 300 food. Again, that sounds like a lot, but when you're feeding 15 hungry mouths, it does take a little out of you. So we are back at base camp. Let's see how this works. Each crew member must eat a food. Then you see if anything happens. Roll a d6, adding a +1 if not in camp or on the ship. Okay, but we are in the camp. So on the roll of a 6, we have a nighttime encounter. Does the island know that we have killed one of its inhabitants? It does not, or it does. It's waiting for its moment to strike. The night goes by uneventful. If there is no encounter, the night passes uneventfully, like I just said. In this case, if you are in camp or on your ship, you remove the weekend status. Okay, we don't have the weekend status. It sounds like I'm saying weekend, like the end of the week. Weekend status. Okay, that's it. So we still do have a wound with Linda Lamplighter. I believe to heal people, it is a shift for us to do that. Let's check that out. It is morning. We wake up. We're like, all right, well, here we are. I think it's like going to the doctor. Let's see. Which one is that? Forage. Oh, so it takes an entire shift. Each character may do one of 3 things. This is when we rest at camp. We can lose the weakened condition. No. Receive medical care or administer medical care. I don't want to use the shift to do that. I want to push on. So let's spend the provisions. Let's do it. Let's go into this first hex here. That's what we're going to go for today. We are going to make a push towards Skull Rock. So this is a little bit harder here than earlier. So let's do a push to Skull Rock. Woo, okay, here we go. Travel in either direction requires spending an entire shift in 1 supply. So we're doing it. Entire shift. Oh, I'm moving the fire. Everything's all so close to each other here. Let's move. Get out of my way. Oh my goodness. Okay, I just moved everything just to grab this silly flag. Okay, there we go. Huzzah! We moved through the rocks. Our boat's still here. And the fire's still here. All right, so we are now in this hex here. This is the first time we're in a cliff. I did spend a supply. I will mark that down. We are down to 5 supplies. Eek, I hope we don't need that. And then some entire shift. So now we are rolling to see what our encounters are in the cliffside. So we just walked there. That's all we've done. We don't know if we haven't explored this area yet. We just know what it takes to get here. So let us check out the cliff. Cliff encounters. Oh, here we go. Cliff hexes are riddled with caves and many dark, shadowy, blah, blah, blah. When you explore a cliff's hex, before you roll for an encounter, you must decide whether you are going to expend a unit of lamp oil. Yes. So our lamp oil goes down to 11. So we have 11 lamp oil remaining. Wow, okay, this is getting tight. I'm glad I decided to do this first and just push towards the skull place, because this is tricky here. All right. So we spent the lamp oil. Now we are making our. So now that we spent our, so we had to like even though like it's morning, there's just these massive peaks. We're kind of going through the fissures, just trying to go between these rocks and stuff like that. And it's all like shady and stuff, and we're just trying to like see where best to go. So we do turn on our lanterns. And we spend the oil, and now we're actually checking out the encounter. Okay, here we go. Roll a d6. Let's see how this turns out for us. 3. This is a common encounter, which I think the common encounters are almost worse than the special ones. Roll another 1d6, and let's see what happens. A 3. All right, that's popular. Blackberries grow on anemic vines here. There is scarce food in this hex. Okay. That's, I'll take that. It's not amazing, but it's better than, what I was expecting. So, again, for food, we just put, the little dots here. So there is scarce food that I could pick. I don't want to, but, I'm not gonna. So that is our morning. Oh, whoops, we're actually in this one. And we're trying to push on again towards the next area. So this will be midday. By midday, I make it to this next rock. Hopefully. I think I'm going to have to camp outside tonight in the cliffs. I don't know if I want to hit Skull Rock if it looks like it's going to be evening by the time we get there. So let's do the same thing about, let's see what happens here, trying to get to these cliffs. All right, so midday, we're still continuing this push, and we're trying to get to Skull Rock. 3. Ooh, this is a new one for us. I've rolled different ones for each time. That's fun. Draw a rocky path leading from this hex to the next. You can move freely between them. That is amazing. So I can maybe, great. So it is still midday. I can move freely. Cliffs are difficult to traverse. You must always end your movement when you enter a cliff's hex, even if you'd normally be able to move multiple hexes. Okay, so that's it. Okay, now let's see what we encounter here. So I moved into it freely. I feel like I'm gonna have to rest here tonight, but we'll see. Let's see what we encounter here. All right, so rolling 1d6 again. 2. Okay. Oh my goodness. Lucky. You find a cozy little cave. You may set up base camp here, and it may be fortified for free. Can I have multiple camps? I don't feel like you can. Let's look. Because I could set up a base camp right here. And it's fortified for free. Let's see. That would be amazing. And then I would just stay here for the night. Let's see here. So I'm going to look at shifts. That's where it is. Set up camp. You may place the camp marker in the crew's current hex for 3 supplies. I'm going to do it. So I think we lose the old camp, and I think I probably lose those supplies. But we get it fortified for free, and I'm right. This just makes sense. We are down to 2 supplies. When I tear it down, I'll get some back. But I'm good with this. Watch us need supplies to climb up the hill, but we are here. Okay, so let's try to heal the. I think it's Linda Lamplighter. Let's try to make her feel a little bit better here. So let's go to our shifts. Let's look at resting. That's what we're doing. We're resting at base camp. Let's see what this does. Each character may do one of 3 things: lose the weakened condition, receive medical care, or administer medical care to one other crew member by spending 1 medicine and attempting a doctor check. Okay. All right. Let's. So we're going to spend a medicine. Who's our doctor going to be? What's a name? I haven't really said much. Let's see here. Where's a doctor? Bildrap Barney. I know I've said that name before. We've got Mama Snake Eyes, which I love. Is that the only doctors we have? Oh no, we got Pegleg John. Pegleg John was our navigator, so we're gonna keep him in the navigator slot. We have Hacksaw Jones, who we talked about, who he gets a little. He's probably like, oh, well, what you can do is we can chop off your neck. You got shot in the neck. It's best just to hack the thing off. So maybe we won't use Hacksaw Jones. Maybe let's go with Mama Snake Eyes. She sounds like maybe she's actually an inhabitant of the island itself, and she maybe knows how to deal with this wound a bit best. So let's use Mama Snake Eyes. So she needs to make a doctor check. So again, she is a doctor, so she has a +2 to the roll. So I want to get a 3 or above because a success has to be a 5 or 6. There we go. All right. Man, it is all going to fall apart once I get up on Skull Rock. Okay, so it is nighttime. Let's double check just anything crazy about the cliffs, because we are in the cliffs. Are cliffs at night a bad thing? They're probably not a great thing, but it looks like we're okay. I just also realized that since I moved into my second cliff, I need to spend another point of lamp oil. So on top of spending the medicine, I also need to spend a point of lamp oil for investigating this little cliff area. So it is now night. I think the order, let's double check what the order is here. During the nighttime, your crew members must rest. Don't need to travel, must eat, so we eat first. That puts us down to 270 food. I'm so glad we found those fish in the last session. And then, or I'd be sweating by now. So we got our food, and then we need to roll to see if anything happens. Okay, here we go. We do not want a 6. 1. Okay. Whew, okay, things are going my way, except for combat, which does not bode well. Night goes by uneventfully. And here we go. We're going to try to push into Skull Rock. And there are, like the cliffs, rules for Skull Rock. Let's see what we got here. To explore the Skull Rock hex... actually, let's check terrain. I feel like I saw something... there we go. I knew I saw something. For purposes of entering this hex, treat it as cliffs, but it has its own encounter tables. Note that not entering the Skull Rock hex during an expedition carries with a hefty price of a score penalty. We're entering it. So, here we go. We're treating it like a cliff. So let's just go right back up to this. Riddle the cave, blah, 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 blah. I really... hopefully this doesn't take supplies. I just jinxed myself. I think I did. I just jinxed myself. Okay. So, we got the draw massive rocks between the two hexes. Travel in either direction requires spending an entire shift and a supply. Going in is going to cost a supply. Leaving is going to cost a supply. That's going to be all of my supplies. I can also break camp, though, and which would give me 3 back. So, yeah. We're doing that. I am pushing on. So, it did take us morning, all of our morning. All right, we're back at the map. We have made it into Skull Rock. We have spent, spending, we're down to 1 supply now. And I believe we need to spend lamp oil because it's dark. And then let's see what we have here with Skull Rock. Our purposes of entering this hex treat it as cliffs, but it has its own encounter table. Here we go. We are in Skull Rock. Let's see what we've got. To explore the Skull Rock hex, roll 1d6 and read that number's paragraph. If you've already been here, roll a wandering encounter instead. Oh my god, I'm just seeing like dragon and demon. This is bad. Again, I don't know if there were like artifacts to find that would like help us destroy these things, but let's see what we got here. Okay, roll 1d6. Here we go. To explore Skull Rock, it doesn't look, I guess because we're on this like large rock, we don't need to spend lamp oil because we're probably like, we're up like on the top, the pinnacle of this island. And here we go. What are we facing on Skull Rock? 2. Well, it's not a dragon, or it is a demon. Never mind. Oh boy, here we go. Oh cool, we like enter it. So there's probably like this like maw. It looks like teeth, like the cave, the stalactites and stalagmites look like teeth, and we cross through it. Entering the maw of Skull Rock, you discover that a ceremony is in progress. Several hooded figures stand in a circle around a pentagram, chanting. Suddenly, a demonic presence erupts from the pentagram, grabbing several of the cultists and eating them. Well, it takes care of them. To your horror, the cultists do not flee or run, but continue worshipping the creature, fighting you away from their master. Fight the demon. Okay. Maybe this is who we killed. It's just this like rogue person who's like, he couldn't find the seance. Like, I don't know where the seance is. Who are these people? Roll a 1d6. Oh god, please be a low number. This is the number of cultists left who haven't been eaten. All right. After the demon rolls its attack, you may opt to have it kill one of the cult members instead of applying the effect. Oh, okay, great. And the cultists are listed here as well. Okay, good. I thought I was going to have to go back and forth between cultists and demon. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a fight. Okay, so let's get off the map and so we can get to our character sheet. Okay, so let's check out what we've got here. For the cultists, they have basically one hit point each. They seem to be hit once. They only hit on a 6. And it looks like if you spend a point of ammunition, it's an automatic hit. Because a soldier, if you have soldier, that gives you +2 to your skill check. And then if you spend a point of ammunition, you're going to get another +3. So that's 5. So you just hit if you spend a point of ammunition. So, because they're just standing there like, eat us. Blah, blah, blah. If you don't spend the point of ammunition, it looks like you just need to roll a 2. So you're a soldier, you get a +1. You just need to roll a 2, and that would be a 5. So it doesn't sound too bad. Okay, let's see what the demon does. Roll a d6. On a 1 through 4, it deals 1 damage to a crew member. Okay. I say like it's fine. Watch it just like destroy me. On a 5, it deals 2 damage. Not good. On a 6, a crew member is killed. Okay. It's defense. If you're a soldier, you get a -2 to your roll. But if the soldier spends a point of ammunition, they can get a -1. So I think the soldier just misses. Like the thing, it's a demon. It's invulnerable to bullets. So again, if you're at a -2 to a roll, you need to get a 5 or a 6 to hit. If you rolled a 6, you're going to roll a 4. So what that means is a soldier has to spend a point of ammunition to hit it. And they have to roll a 6. Okay? A historian is a good bet. The historian has a pretty good shot. This is fun. So the soldiers should focus on the cultists, and everyone else should focus on this demon. Okay, this is fun. I really, really like this combat. This is going to be fun. We'll see. Okay. Oh, and they go first. I guess it goes in order. Demon would go first, and then the cultist. And it also said fight the demon. Roll a 1d6. This is the number of cultists left. Okay, and also, after the demon rolls its attack, I could opt to have it kill one of the cult members instead of applying the effect. Oh, that's great. Actually, I think having 6 cultists saved me. Because instead of it damaging me, I could have it just eat a cultist. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, I like this. This is going well. All right, let's get schmoving. All right, so the demon goes first. So let's see what the demon feels like doing to us. All right. Let's roll a 1d6. Roll a 1d6. Oh, here we go. Hit. 3. So on a 1 through 3, deal 1 damage to a crew member. Do I want it to eat a cultist? It's just 1 point of damage. I think I'm going to take the point of damage. And then I'm going to save it eating a cultist for when it deals, like, when it kills somebody. If it rolls a 6, it kills someone. So I'd rather have it kill a cultist. So I am going to take a point of damage. I'm going to roll the 2d6. And I do have my random crew chart here. No need to bring it up and bug you with it. But I got a 4 and a 6, which would be 4 and 6. I choose. Great. Let's choose. It's going to be between crew member 6 through 10, which is going to be from Pegleg John to Hacksaw Jones. But I definitely don't want a historian to be hit. So let's give this to... I think I'm going to with Sarah Cooper. So Sarah, you have taken a point of damage. I am sorry. Point. So I'm just going to put it like just right here, just so it's a little easier for me to see. Point of damage for Sarah. Okay, we dealt with that. Then the cultists go. This I can just roll 66. There's 6 of them. They're rolling 6 dice. And then they will do 1 wound on the roll of a 6. So let's see how the cultists do. Ooh, 2. That's a pretty darn good roll. So we did take 2 points of damage. I'm going to see which ones of us were damaged. This is the first randomly assigned one, a 5 and a 1. That puts us at number 11, which is Finnegan. Which makes sense. Finnegan would push himself to the front of the line. We've already established that Finnegan is kind of our, he's our soldier of soldiers. And he isn't super great anyway at, in this combat anyway. And the next one is 5 and 1. Is that Finnegan again? 11. Ooh. Oh, Finny. Finny took 2 points of damage. Finnegan takes 1 more point of damage. Finnegan's dead. So Finnegan redlocks. He takes 2 wounds. He runs to the front. and tries to hold off the cultists, providing an attack opportunity for everyone else on the daemon. So let's see how he does. So we're just going to go in order from 1 through 15 because I need to. Captain Carver, Ambassador Historian. Aha! And he's not a soldier. Aha! So, here he goes. So he has a +2 to this. Come on. So the captain, he charges forward. I'm thinking of like Matthew Broderick's character in Glory, just like loading up the gun and running. Even though his gun is his pen. It is mightier than the sword. It turns out the pen wasn't very mighty either. Okay, there's one. Hook Hank. Ooh, he's a soldier, but he's blessed, which means they cancel. So he just needs a 5 or a 6. Dude, Hook Hank. Whoosh! Just goes up and uppercuts the demon. Woo! I got so excited. I Hook Hanked my my mic. So yeah, the captain goes up there and thinks, I know. I'll stab it with my fountain pen. It doesn't work. And then Hook Hank comes up and goes, no, you could just do this. Bah! And hits the demon for 1 point of damage. All right. If it bleeds, we can kill it. All right. And then here we go. Let's go with, oh shoot, too many dice. All right, we've got Linda Lamplighter, who is just healed. Ambassador Navigator, that means nothing. Nothing. Okay. That was Linda Bildrat Barney. Sailor, Doctor, Navigator. Ooh, Bildrat Barney. So Linda Lamplighter kind of runs up. She's probably still a little woozy from the blow dart she took yesterday. But old Bildrat Barney, seeing what Hook Hank does, he just starts, no, he's a doctor. Maybe he just sees a shimmering in the demon's like ethereal form and just finds an opening and hits it. Shanky Sue. Here we go. We need a 5 or 6. Shoal Shanky. Nope. Shanky Sue. Again, as you can see, I'm just going full on demon until I get, maybe when I get a soldier, I'll change my mind. Pegleg John. All right. Oh, Peg. He can't. Pegleg's having a tough time. It's like he's hobbling towards the demon, and he just like picks up a rock and just throws it. It doesn't do any good. Cook. He's a psychic, but doesn't have a totem. So, but he's getting a feeling though. A bad feeling, but a feeling nonetheless. We've got who was that? Cook. No wait. Oh, that was Cook. Ooh, hang on. Oh, Cook. All right. Cook was blessed. It doesn't matter because I rolled a 1. He still has a bad feeling. Eagle Eye Masters, Historian. That's what we want. So, seeing what the captain did wrong, he's like, you didn't dip your pen. See? Gotta dip your pen. Everybody knows that. Stupid Captain Carver. All right. So that's Eagle Eye Masters. We have the Ambassador Sailor of Sarah Cooper. I was about to say, she has like the boring name, but like, dude, Sarah Cooper, never underestimate someone with a common name. So Sarah Cooper. All right, we're doing some stuff here. That was Sarah Cooper. Haxel! Doctor, Leader, Scientist. All right, we just need a 5 or a 6 out of him. Gosh darn it. There we go. Man, okay. I mean, when you have a mob, this is why I went up to Skull Rock when I had numbers on my side. That was Hacksaw Jones. We have Finnegan Redlocks. What is he gonna do? Oh, he doesn't even have a gun. Oh yeah, he does. He does. He's about to die. He is a soldier, so he's at a disadvantage against the demon. So he is actually going to shoot, going to spend a point of his ammo, and just it's an automatic kill. For one of the cultists. So he's just, again, he's the one who rushed up to the cultist and he got hit twice. So he as they're like swarming him, because he was just trying to pull their attention, he does kind of shoot one in the gut as they are on top of them. Then we have old Silent Sam, and we've learned that Silent Sam, he helped us with that warrior. Silent Sam, man, you don't screw with Silent Sam. Silent Sam and Sarah Cooper. You don't mess with them. Looney Larson. A psychic and a soldier. But again, sans totem. I'd have to roll a 6 if I fight the demon. At the rate I'm going, I'm doing well, though. I can probably do this in another 2 rounds. I think I'm just going to just try to hit. So he is not going to spend ammo. I don't know why. I'm so like scared doing resource management. He's just going to go for one of the cultists. He gets a +3 to this roll. That's all he needed. So he does take out another one of the cultists. Thank you, Looney. That was... And then we have Barnacle Billy. He's blessed. Okay, so what I'm going to do with him is typically, if you're a soldier, it puts you at a -2. But if you spend a point of ammunition, it's a -1. But he's blessed, which would give him a +1. So he is taking a shot. He has a +1. So he hits on a 4, 5, or 6. All right. Good job, Barnacle. Barnacle Billy. So I do need to keep track of that ammo. He is down to 15 as well. And he hit the demon as well. So demon's down to 13. Okay. And then after that, Mama Snake Eyes, Historian. All right, let's do it. Mama Snake Eyes hits on a 3 or above. And she's just kind of standing there, just giving him the old Mama Snake Eyes. You do not screw with Sarah Cooper, Silent Sam, or Mama Snake Eyes. All right, 12. Great round. That puts us back to the demon. Here goes the demon. A high number, he kills someone. 5. On a 5, it deals 2 damage to a crew member. I'm going to have it eat a cultist instead. That's what they're there for. Nom, nom, nom. Again, I thought it was bad I had cultists. It turns out that it's good that I have cultists. And then after that, cultists. There's 3 of them. Let's see what they do here. 1, 2, 3. They only hit on a 6. Yeah. So all of a sudden, now that it's just 3 versus Finnegan, yeah, Finnegan can do it. He's got his liquid courage probably. I know that was a bad stereotype Irish thing. I'm sorry, all my friends from Ireland. Okay. He could be a Southerner, and it could be moonshine. All right. What do we got here? All right, Captain Carver dips his fountain pen in the inkwell, and here he goes. He hits on a 3 or above. 3, 4, 5. That's right. The pen is mighty, but the ink is mightier. All right, there we go. Captain Carver goes. Hook Hank, who did score a hit last time. Let's see. He is a soldier, but he's blessed, so they cancel. I don't know if I canceled it last time, but he just needs a 5 or 6. They cancel. Hook Hank, baby. Hook Hank. You don't mess with Hook Hank. Linda Lamplighter. Yeah, she didn't do too great last time. She's been a little unlucky. Maybe this island's not treating her super well. He says. Oh, Linda Lamplighter. Lit up his lamp. All right. Bill Drap Barney. Navigator Sailor Doctor. Just needs a 5 or a 6. Oh, he was close. Shanky Sue. That's a hit. Man, I am rolling so freaking well. That was Shanky Sue. We have Peg Leg John. Sounds like a Brecht character. It's a German playwright. That's Peg Leg John. All right, so we have Cook, and he has advantage, so he has a +2 to this roll. Dang, dude, Cook. Wow, I'm going to do this next round. The math is pretty tricky for me to do it this round, but next round for sure. Here we got Eagle Eye Masters. He's a historian, and then so he saw Mama Snake Eyes give the Snake Eyes, so then he's just going to try to give the Eagle Eye. And again, he is a historian, so he needs to roll a 3, 4, 5, or 6. Who cares what that is? Well, it says it's a 5, but it's a 5 or a 6, so okay. Nice. All right, so that was Eagle Eye Masters. Sarah Cooper, who, again, I mocked the name. And she was the one character I haven't really given some background to, but she, maybe she's like the character from Encanto, who sings, was it Surface Pressure, which is my favorite song from that. Yeah, you don't mess with her. Okay, wow, we're doing great. Hacksaw! Okay, he's got his trusty hacksaw out, and he's charging. He finally connects with some leg. Wow. I'm feeling like okay, so Finnegan is the soldier. He's going to take the shot. He's going to take the shot at him. Let's take out a cultist. He's going to take out a cultist. He's going to spin another bullet and for sure take out a cultist. I know I had the opportunity of... Because even if I spin this point of ammo, he has a -1. So I would have to roll a 6. I know, I'd love to get a clean sweep this round, but I'm going to just take out a cultist. Now I can't remember if I took out the cultist or not. I think I did. I think I marked down the cultist from 4 to 3. I don't know. Silent Sam. All right, here we go. He's been... God dang it. I keep clicking it twice. I get excited. There we go. This demon is not Mephistopheles. Like, he's having a tough time here. Silent Sam. Looney Larson. He is the soldier. This is kind of the same. Yeah, he is going to shoot another one of the cultists, because it's just, may as well clear him out. I know if he hit, and then Barnacle Billy hit, and then Mama Snake Eyes hit, I would get a clean sweep this round, but the math just says just take out the cultists and just leave one left. So that is Looney Larson. And then that puts us to Barnacle Billy. He needs a 5 or a 6. God dang it, I keep clicking that thing twice. What the frag? So I do play Legendary Kingdoms on this, where we always want 5s and 6s. And actually, now that I think about it, I actually roll 5s or 6s because I'm usually rolling for the enemies, and I kick the living crap out of my party that plays on my live stream. But, okay. All right, Mama Snake Eyes. Give him the Snake Eyes. I hit because she's a historian. I knocked the demon down to 1. That is crazy. All right. Okay. So the demon's going. It's his last turn. I'm just going to feed him one of these dudes, regardless of what he rolls. All right. Chow time, baby. So this is down to 1, which gives us 1 cultist remaining who hits only on a 6. Dude, I do not know why I'm so lucky here, but fine with me. Okay, did it. That puts us at our captain. Captain, oh captain. Stabby, stabby. I know, I'm not even looking. All right, he's dead. Who's next? Hook Hank. Okay, let's see how Hook Hank is going to go. He's just going to go up and just try to punch this this cultist. 3, that still hits because he's blessed. And a soldier. Just... uppercut. Whoa, there goes the cultist. All right. That was an annihilation. So we did well. So let's see what we get. If you defeat the demon, it evaporates into a cloud of greasy black smoke, but you have a fantastic story to tell. Gain +10 wonder. Searching the remains of the cultist, you find 2d6 + 2 treasure. All right. So, there's my typical, that's a typical roll. That's a typical roll. So I got 4, 5, 6 treasure. I'm just updating my character sheet. 6 treasure and 10 wonder. My wonder was 1 for the hammerhead sharks. Now my wonder is 11. So it doesn't feel like I did too great for this, but I went to Skull Rock. I didn't lose 30 points. Now I'm going to get the crap out of here and go hit my camp, and that'll probably be it for this session. And then my next session, maybe I'll run around a little bit in the island. I'm still scared of the Kraken, but I want to get back on my boat and get back safely. So I believe it was just midday. So I'm going to try. Let's go back to our map and see how the heck we are going to get back here. Or get out of here, I should say. So I think it takes a full hex. So we're here. And then it takes a supply to go back this way, and a full turn. So again, we were lucky. It was like full turn. I think that was our entire day, right? So I explored. It takes a full turn to get here. Is that just morning? I feel like this was midday, and then evening is just going back. So yeah, so we're going to just get back to camp. It is going to cost us the last of my supplies. So we are down to 0 supplies. But we do get back here to our fortified camp, back in our cave. We will feed everyone. So that does put our food down to 255. Because that's how math works. And I'll show you. That's why I want to move us here. It's like, why did I want to move us here? Because I wanted to show you what exactly our supplies looks like here. So let's just move this down here. There you go. So that's what we got there. We've got 255 food. We are out of supplies, but again, we can break down our camp and get 3 supplies back, which will help us get back to our ship. We have 8 lamp oil remaining. We have 11 medicine. We didn't get any trinkets. We do have 6 treasure and 11 wonder. So I don't think we've gotten a lot of points, really. So, and I don't know how many points we need to call this successful, but I don't know. That's where we are. And I think, let's check night. Wandering encounter table for the hex you're in. Oh, okay, I'm not in Skull Rock. Okay, I'm in the cliffs. So wandering encounter for the cliffs. This is a new chart at least. I mean, I'm glad I'm hitting these things. Just when you thought it was over. Let's pull I'm going to pull this back down here. That's not how this works. Let's do this. All right, pull this back down. Wandering encounter in the cliffs at night. 6. That can't be good. Your light disturbs a colony of bats. Fight a bat swarm. And that makes sense. So we're sitting here. We're probably like drinking and carousing and like finishing off like all of our rum and stuff like that. Speaking of. Yay. And we get this swarm of bats coming at us when we're in our cave, thinking that we're fortified. The entrance is completely sealed off, but we didn't see what was coming behind us, which was this swarm of bats. And this will be where we end for the eve, is fighting this bat swarm. Here we go. It's better than a silverback in the cave. I'll take that. No. Oh, boy. Its strength is the number of crew. I need to hit it 15 times. Okay. Attack. 2 random crew are weakened. If already weakened, they are wounded. All right. Now we're going to get 1 wonder for this, but geez. Okay. We've got a lot of bats to fight. Here we go. All right. Let's do this quick. I may start unloading my bullets at this because this looks annoying. All right. They go first. Attack. Oh, good. Its attack's pretty easy. I don't even need to roll for it. 2 random crew members are weakened. So 2 of us are randomly weakened. 1 and 3. I feel like that's one I roll a lot. That is our 3rd person, and that is Linda Lamplighter. Oh, Linda. You're not feeling too good. And then we have the next one is... I've rolled Linda a couple times here. 1, 2. 1, 1. That's got to be the number 1. That is Captain. Oh, no. So the Captain... this could be a tragic story. We lose Captain Carver. He was probably celebrating too much, and he gets malaria or something. All right, here we go. Hunter, athlete, or soldier. So there are quite a few ways to kill these bats. Bullets don't help in this case, so I'm not going to shoot. There's no need to. So let's see here. Captain is taking a shot. I need to hit a 5 or 6. No, of course not, because he's attacked by bats. Old hook. And what is it? It's a hunter, athlete, or soldier, which Hook Hank is all of those things, baby. He still only gets the +2, but... Hook. He was deep. He was too deep in the rum. Hook Hank. Linda Lamplighter is weakened. Okay, so I believe you're weakened. You just, you lose your advantage on the roll. That's all that means. So I don't want these bats sticking around because they're going to keep doing that to me. But, so Linda Lamplighter, it rolls at a disadvantage. It doesn't have the +2, which she didn't have anyway. Okay, doesn't matter. We're going to go to Bilge Rat Barney. I need a 5 or 6 from old Bilgy. Okay, watch a bunch of bats kill me. We're going to have Shanky Sue. There we go, Shank. So that's 1. I'm just keeping. I'm just going to tally it in my hands, and I'll knock it down at the end of this turn. So that's old Shanky Sue. All right, Peg Leg is. I need a 5 or 6. This is. We are blessed. There we go. That's 2 hits. We have Eagle Eye, Hunter, Athlete, Soldier. So again, we need Hunter, Athlete, Soldier, which he's one of those. That's another hit because that comes to a 5. We have Sarah Cooper. She's not Hunter, Athlete, Soldier, but doesn't matter with old Sarah. Oh, that was almost a 5. Darn it. Hacksaw. We need a 5 or 6 from Hacksaw. No. We have Finnegan Redlocks. Oh, yeah. Finn's ready to tie. There's Finn. Always trust Finn. I may try to heal Finn tomorrow at camp. Silent Sam. Yeah, he didn't even have the advantage, but it doesn't matter because it's Silent Sam. Looney Larson is an athlete and a soldier, so there we go. Oh, Looney. And then Barnacle Billy, he gets the advantage as well. All right, now we're starting to get somewhere. And then Mama Snake Eyes. She does not have the... She is not a hunter, athlete, or soldier, but does it matter with Mama Snake Eyes? Yeah, in this case it does. The bats, they mostly use echolocation, not sight so much. So yeah, they couldn't see her snake eyes. So we did 7. So it's possible we take them out in the next round. We started slow, but then we ended up getting better. Now they do randomly weaken 2 crew members. There is a possibility, if they both get Finnegan, that they could kill Finnegan. But they would have to both get Finnegan to do that. 1, 2, because if they're already weakened, they become wounded. A 3 and a 2. That comes out to number 7, which is Cook. Oh, man. So Cook lost his... Cook is no longer Cook. Nobody knows his real name. He probably has a criminal history. But he lost his Bless because weakened and Bless cancel each other out. So that's one of them. And the next one that gets hit by the bat is 1 and 1. That's the captain. So the captain... So if already weakened, they are wounded. So the captain takes a point of damage. So that is not the best thing in the world. So Captain Carver takes a point of damage. Everyone else is here. I guess I'll just move the captain there too. Okay, but we're back to us. We need to do 8. I'm just going to count it on my fingers. Here we go. Captain has a... He doesn't get any bonuses. Dang it. That would have been nice if we got those bonuses. Oh, Hook Hank. Come on, Hooky. Yeah, he's back, baby. We need 7 more. Linda Lamplighter is weakened. Doesn't matter. We have Bill Drap Barney. Needs a 5 or 6. Yeah, Bill G. We've got Shanky Sue. Needs a 3 or above because he's an athlete. Yeah. Peg Leg John. What you got, old Peggy? We need a 5 or 6. Oh, Peg. He can't keep up. If they're bats. He tried to, like, jump up and get one, and his, like, peg leg probably broke, so he's breaking out his spare. Cook. This was the one who was just attacked and lost his Bless, so he does need a 5 or a 6, which he gets. Again, criminal history. He's probably killed a couple of people. He's probably had worse names than Cook in the past. That's probably why he's the Cook, because he fed them, like Sweeney Todd style, in his meat pies. Eagle Eye Masters. We need 3 more. He is a hunter and all that good stuff, but he's an eagle eye, not a bat eye. So it didn't work well. Bat eye. See, that's bat. Not bad, but bat. My pun doesn't work if you misheard that. Sarah Cooper. We know Sarah. Sarah. What a disgrace. All right, let's see what your saw does, Hacksaw. Hacksaw is a doctor, leader, scientist. No. All right, now we started stronger, going kind of weak. Finnegan. He got it. Again, he's a soldier. He got the advantage. I need to get 2 more. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go. So that was Finnegan. Silent Sam. Okay, here we go. We need a 5 or 6. Silent Sam, gosh darn it. Looney Larson. He's an athlete, so we get the +2. Didn't matter. Oh, I don't think we're going to get it. Oh, Barnacle Billy is... So we get a 3 or above on this. This could be it right here. It comes down to Mama Snake Eyes. Mama Snake Eyes. She's giving the old eye look. Here we go. Mama Snake Eyes. She needs a 5 or a 6 because she does not have the skills. Yeah, Mama Snake Eyes. So she takes out the bats. We did get a wonder for that. So we are up to 12 wonder. And that is where we're ending for this evening. Another successful session. We're going to probably just do a little bit of exploring and then try to get back to Tartuga, and then the Kraken will attack and we'll die. Okay, and that's going to be the session for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I do have a Discord channel if you want to suggest games or we talk about scheduling for games, because I do typically do live streams of games and the chat will tell me what to do next and I just kind of narrate. And it's a lot of fun. I've got some really great people that play along with me. And yeah, let me know what you want to play or if you would like to like live stream this one. I think this is a great game. I really like this game. And beyond that, join my Discord channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel, blah, 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 self-promotion. Thank you so much for watching this. And until next time, stay dorky, my friends.